Welcome back. I'm so glad that you guys are here today. I'm Azahar, and we are going over the chakra system today. Your root chakra is in relation to the base of your spine. The Sanskrit name for this is Muladhara, and it is the base, the seat of security, safety, your group, those people in your group, your home, your physical world around you. So this has a lot to do with money, people that are going through either relationship issues like divorce or moving houses, moving homes, moving to different parts of the world. If they've been laid off from their job, this is where this chakra really shows up. It's that base sense of security and support. This chakra is related to the earth element because it is that grounded, like you plant the seed and it's able to grow. So this is the first chakra that we really need to make sure is in alignment. It's the one that kind of feeds and nourishes the rest of the chakras. It's built up. You can't have a building without a solid foundation. So with that earth element in mind, there are different ways that you can nourish this energy center, and they all have to do with that earth element. Now, I like to break this down into the 5 different senses. There's taste, smell, sound, sight, and of course, touch. So there's different ways that you can help nourish your body through those 5 senses. And this you can carry through all the different chakras. Each one has its own specific ways of healing. If you have any other questions about Muladhara energy, please leave them below. I also have a 21-day chakra journey course that is completely free. You can just sign up in the links below, and that will lead you through a little bit of suggestions for root chakra. I have an actually specific recipe that you can try out. Otherwise, I also have a 7-week course that is a little bit more in depth, and we have weekly calls related to each of the different energy centers. Now, with sight, in relation to sight, the color red is really important for the root chakra. So if you then wear the color red or are surrounded by the color red, color therapy is a very real and now studied benefit that psychologically we are very affected by our surroundings. So simply wearing the color red is not such a simple thing. It will help you feel more grounded. There was a woman in one of the classes that I was in once that said she was a flight attendant, and she used to thirst to wear the color red. She had to wear the color red when she was flying a lot, and she didn't realize that it was her body's way of needing to feel grounded and connected while she was in the air all the time. That's just a small example. So in relation to sight, there are crystals, and if you need some information on crystal healings, I have another video available on the 101 of crystal healing. But the crystals related to this energy center are garnet, red jasper, those really beautiful red earthy tones. So if you have a red stone that you really like, you're going to use those stones in your healing. Agate is another important stone to use, and that one can be found in abundance here in the northern part of the United States and a lot of places around the world. When you're walking down a road, you can go and look, and just simply looking for stones in earth environment is really a nourishing practice to do. So we'll jump right over to touch. Ways of incorporating touch in the healing process of the chakra, root chakra specifically, is getting in touch with earth, soil, that dirt. So if it is not warm where you are and you are in the cold, getting a lot of plant babies to repot, plant, and nourish is going to actually be really grounding and securing, really supportive for you. So if you are in a space where you can get outside, I would have you put your feet in the earth, or on the earth rather, and you're going to ground, or what they call earthing. I encourage you to watch the documentary Earthing. It's a really powerful film about why our bodies do need that connection directly to the earth. So those are 2 really simple ways that you can incorporate ground, earth, energy into your everyday routine if your root chakra is feeling unbalanced. Sound, in relation to healing is important. Something with drums, bass, a solid rhythm, that's going to feel really nourishing to have that constant beat and rhythm. The smell related to this chakra is frankincense. Now there are a few different scents out there that there's usually like a handful for each different chakra. Frankincense is really good because it is that really earthy, nourishing type of old school scent. For taste, root vegetables are the food that are really important with this chakra. So especially in the winter time, if you're not getting that constant daily contact with the earth outside, eating the earth is going to be your other option. So finding these soups that have a lot of different potatoes and carrots, yams, whatever you can find in your area. Drinking beet juice if you are in a space where it's kind of a little bit more tropical based, having those carrot or beet juices. There are ways to make those really good. I am kind of obsessed with the ones that have like the lemon in them. Drinking those type of juices is going to be really nourishing and grounding for you as well. The teas associated with this, or the herbs, are a green tea or a dandelion. Those ones that have that really, again, earthy type of taste are going to feel really nourishing to the body to have. So again, if you're feeling out of balance, eating root vegetables, creating some recipes, actually making the soup would be really nourishing if you're able to find that amount of time. Maybe set aside 30 minutes, look up a recipe, and if you're making that, it's going to also ground you, allow you to feel a little bit more solid and supported. It feels when it's overactive, you might feel really angry, controlling, materialistic, a little bit domineering. This can show up, and maybe someone in your life is acting this way, and you can know, oh, that's their root chakra. Maybe they're going through a divorce, or they're looking for a new home, or they've just moved recently or lost their job. This is where it can show up if it's overactive. If it's underactive, you might be a little bit more depressed, anxious, fuzzy. There's not really a lot of boundaries, and that person can feel a little bit flighty because they're they're moving up rather than something tethering them to the ground to feel like they can root. So this can show up in a lot of different ways: sciatica, feet and ankle issues, glutes, hips, bladder control. There's colon, lower intestine problems, and it doesn't have to be bladder control, it can just be bladder issues in general. But you want to think about that lower part of the body and how this might be showing up for you. I know that sciatica is a really common issue these days. So on top of what other health regimen or different suggestions by doctors, you can also then supplement this by, having the root soups, having the different smells, having the different activities that you're doing in order to also balance the medical, whatever you're doing, with the energetic anatomy side. If you have any other questions about Muladhara energy, please leave them below. In a very brief nutshell, that is the root chakra. I'm really glad that you chose to come with me in this adventure. Connect with me on the social medias. I'm Leap of Faith Life, and I hope that you are able to find a little bit more balance in your life. If you haven't heard it yet today, I love you, and I'm glad that you're here.